take some rests, take some deep breaths, and let's see what's going on with the divine masculine. So we have 4 planets in alignment in Pisces, heading towards Aries, new beginnings. So a lot of change will happen this month. All for the better, all for the good. So let's see what is going on in the divine masculine's mind space. Unlock your gifts. You've got sacred gifts. And you feel the energy. You have senses, energy senses. And to tap into that, pure love is the key. So you need to go to your heart space. Instead of going to your mind, where most masculines are, you know, and because it's the energy of logic, it's the energy of the masculine, willpower. But there are so much more in the divine masculine. It's about jumping in without questioning, jumping in the deep without questioning, and unlock your gifts. It's now time to get all your gifts out in the open. You know, it could be that you hide your gifts or you hid your gifts, and now it's time to unlock them and get it out in the open for everybody to see, because you are so needed in this time. You are needed in this time to support people, support men in this world. You know, not only yourself, but also men around you, and build that support system. And not just from the mind, but from the heart also. Because in that space, in that heart space, there is exactly where your talents that you got from your ancestors is dwelling, you know. And it could be that it's not conscious for yourself. But now this card is saying, you start to awaken, you start to see, you start to remember, and you start to know where all these gifts are coming from. You know, it could be you inherited gifts from your father line. You know, it could be that as divine feminine, you're getting the gifts from your mother line, but then from the masculine side. Isn't that beautiful? So it's saying, you know, you have the key to everything, and unlock this key, and unlock your gifts, and dive in deep. Because when you dive in deep, and dive in deep with yourself, you will recognize those gifts that are locked within yourself. So, and to unlock it, you need love, self-love to unlock it. Open your heart space and feel that that heart space is opening and stretching, you know, your heart, stretching your upper body. So a lot of divine masculine are very sensitive and feel a lot. So listen to those feelings, because to listen to those feelings, also the gifts are opening, you know, and you have that key that opens more than one door. When I was meditating, I heard a divine masculine returning home, and that's probably has to do with this card. You know, when you're coming home, you know, within yourself, returning home. It could be that you know that you're in separation, and that you say, okay, I'm returning to my own space. I'm returning to a place where I feel safe, where I can work through those things and unlock my gifts and heal them and heal my feelings and the sensitivity that I feel, and change that within yourself. Okay. In the heart space of the divine masculine is beyond cycles. You know, activate your dragon and take your dragon for a flight. Find and embrace yourself. Well, that's exactly what I already told you. There is a new direction for you, and you need to release old patterns. You know, it could be that that there are patterns that are repeating itself, and we all know that that energy comes back, right? What you experienced in the past is always coming back to you, but how you treat people around you, that is the outcome of your karma. So if you did something bad to someone, you know, it's just time that is ticking, and we'll find out when it comes back to you. You know, if you do something well and if you do something good for someone else, you know, then you learned your lesson. That's your karmic lesson that you learned, and then everything will shift and change. So, and then together with the channeling, you know, going home, returning home, the masculine returning home is could be that he is returning home for himself, you know, after separation, that he says, okay, I'm going back home, going back to myself, going beyond the circles, you know, I'm going beyond the karma. I chose this life. I choose a new path, you know. I choose a new direction, because how I get my karma is not aligning with how I feel and what I thought of a journey or a situation. So in his heart space, he knows that he needs to take a new direction, because the patterns that are coming his way is returning and returning and returning. And every time the same things happen. So he said, okay, now I need to stop with it. I need to do a different direction. I need to change myself. I need to heal myself, because if I don't heal my wounds, you know, this whole karmic thing will come back again. And now we're in the month of Pisces, and between Pisces and Aquarius, we are in this space of, you know, closing off a 30-year cycle. So if you go back to 30 years ago, what was going on and what was important in your life, in your life then, and that you need to close down now. It's really time, divine masculine, that you close those doors and that you go for a new direction. So that is for the divine masculine. It's the dragon. Go beyond, you know, don't stay in this vibration of the world, of the unknown, of the karmic cycle, you know. Start unlocking your keys. You know, you have so many gifts and you're so talented, and if there is fear for something, fear of fear of abandonment, of fear of doing things by yourself, then it's time to heal those wounds. And really heal it, you know, go to someone and let it be healed. So we don't go back in that dense energy where your karma will repeat and repeat and repeat itself. And the masculine starts to be aware of like, oh my gosh, you know, this pattern is repeating itself again. So examine yourself, what you're doing to trigger that response in your divine feminine. You know, why are the divine feminine behaving like that? And it's a pattern that you see that is repeating and repeating. So probably is, you know, that you need to make a little shift within yourself. And it doesn't need to be a whole big shift. It only, you know, takes such a little shift. It's already progress that you need to shift within yourself. So, and it could be that there's anger or there's resentment or saying, okay, you know, I'm not doing anything wrong, you know, and just don't take the responsibility for your part, but, you know, only pushing it away and put it at the divine feminine, you know, but really go within and release those old patterns, okay? So, how does the divine masculine sees the divine feminine? How does the divine masculine sees the divine feminine? Well, it's too much. Okay, I just need one card, guys. Let me flip out one card. How does the divine masculine sees the divine feminine? I'm waiting for the smaller cards. There's a new edition coming out from the Lemurian Star Child deck, and it's a smaller deck, and you can use it with an app. Ah, wow, he comes out again. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's the new man, the divine masculine, the enlightened masculine. There is potential with an enlightened masculine and a new earth. So the divine masculine sees the divine feminine, that she needs that new man in her life, that there is only space for that divine masculine. And that's what he sees. He's healing his inner child. He's getting out of stepping into that new space where he can heal his inner child, and so he can be the divine masculine and that new man for his divine feminine. Because he sees that she is waiting for the divine masculine, and that there is a potential between them, and that they're working on a new earth, but not a but. And the divine, he sees that the divine feminine is waiting for that. You know, it's no, for him, he knows that if there is not that divine masculine energy within the masculine, within himself, that the divine feminine won't accept it. You know, everything needs to be in alignment. You know, the divine feminine, he sees and I hear divine feminine is very selective, is very picky, because she knows exactly what she deserves, what kind of energy she needs, what kind of man needs to be around her. And she has a lot of things on her list. That's what the divine masculine sees. She is not taking a masculine in her life just to fill up a gap. You know, it needs to be in a co-creation, it needs to be in harmony, it needs to be in love, it needs to flow. Otherwise, divine feminine is just staying on her own. And the new man is seeing this. The divine masculine is working on himself to be enlightened and to change that energy. So that is what is happening at the moment for the divine feminine, and how the divine masculine sees the divine feminine, and that she's waiting for that new man. And he is thinking, you know, I can be that new man because I work on myself. I do all these things, you know, and I work with my inner child. I'm healing it. So, and he thinks, when I heal myself, you know, maybe there is another space, and maybe I'm a new man, and divine feminine will come back to me. Okay? So let's see what's going on in the divine feminine's mind space. In her mind space, the Acturians, she's connecting with the Acturians with a pure white light, waiting for a DNA changing and her upgrade from her DNA. So she knows that her DNA is getting healed and that there is sacred geometry all around her. And she is connecting with this. She's connecting with the geometry or she is getting downloads of geometry. She's seeing the geometry around her in the physical plane, and she's connecting with home. She's connecting with her inner light, and that pure white light is healing her DNA system, and she knows that when she's connecting with that energy, that you know, they will show her all the signs, light language activations, DNA, geometry, geometry in light codes. So everything is coming from the Acturian realm to support her and to upgrade her system. Okay? And she knows this, she is connected with it, and she feels it, and she is in that space also with her mind, you know, in her mind with the DNA activations. It is possible that that when she gets a DNA upgrade and she connects with the divine masculine, that he also get this upgrade from her, and they exchanging these energies. So she's going beyond the physical realm, okay? And let's see what is in her heart space. What's in the heart space of the divine feminine? The universe. Wow, the universe. Connecting with Metatron. Wholeness, the wholeness of everything. Commune with all what is alive. And she is connecting with the micro and the macro cosmos. So she is in her heart space with the universe, connecting with the universe. Everything she does has this connection with her in her heart space. So she invites the whole universe within her heart space. She invites the whole universe in her system, you know, and she goes beyond beyond the earthly realm, you know. It's sometimes it's very hard to explain if you're not in that space, what it's doing with the divine feminine, what it's doing with the divine masculine. And that's why it is so interesting and so necessary for the divine feminine to be in alignment with the divine masculine on that same level. Otherwise, you know, there is a differences, and she is up there in the universe, you know, doing her thing, and the divine masculine is in the earthly plane, and they don't understand each other because there is no connection there. So it's really necessary to heal your wounds. The more you heal, the more your soul heals, and the more you will be in alignment and coming in alignment together. The universe is giving her the things that she needs to know. And she is connecting with Archangel Metatron. And he is the archangel that is connecting with the geometry, with the codes, light codes. So also with the Acturians, Metatron, and the universe, it's all working together to get the divine feminine on her space where she needs to be. Okay, how does the divine feminine seize the divine masculine? How is the divine feminine seeing the divine masculine? Wow, as the divine masculine is coming up. Isn't that beautiful? The divine feminine sees the divine masculine as who he is. Rise in your truth. Use a gentle power and use your strength. And your gentle power is your true strength. And that means also the vibration of your words. It could be that the divine masculine is still using words from a lower frequency, from the third dimensional realm, and divine feminine ask, you know, divine masculine, please, you know, everything is vibration, so get your vibration straight, you know, don't use curse words, or don't use but use the gentle words that is raising your vibration. And that's the gentle power, that's the true strength. And that's what the divine feminine sees in the divine masculine. And that he is starting to leap towards that. You know, it's starting to leap, you know, it's like an awakening, it's like a rebirth from the dolphin Lumerian energy. Getting out of the matrix energy, but take a leap to the white and become that white dolphin, you know, having this beautiful energy. Yeah, so it's really working. It's really that's what the divine feminine sees, and that's coming from the heart space. You know, he's trying to do this from the heart space. So what will support the divine masculine? What will support the divine masculine? What will support the divine masculine? Heart ascension. Heart ascension. So when your heart is opening, everything becomes softer. You know, your mind is going on the back seat, you know, and you know that you have this expansion for and love for all. You're not making any assumptions anymore about people. You're not judging anymore about people. So because it's coming from the heart and saying, okay, I see that people are coming from when something happens in someone's life, things can be triggered. But the Divine Feminine says, okay, it could be that they're, you know, fighting with themselves. There's something going on in the background. You know, I'm not judging them. I know that they are expanding themselves, and how they learn and how they transform themselves, that's up to the person itself. And the Divine Feminine says, you know, or the divine, this is for the Divine Masculine, expansion, and there is love for all. So there is no difference between you, me, someone else on the street, you know. They're all giving that loving energy towards each other. And it's playfulness. And the past is released. So that's so beautiful. The past is released. There is no judgment anymore. There is no how do you call it, resentment anymore. That past is done. That is released. And she's not going that direction. She said, okay, I'm full in that playfulness. I'm full in love for myself, love for other people. And I keep everything in harmony, because we need to expand and raise the vibration on earth, you know, to more love, to more kindness, to more working together, taking care of each other. And that's where the Divine Masculine is getting support from his heart space. And there's a huge expansion coming up from his heart space. As there is that heart opening going on. It's just sitting still and get the universe into your heart space. Well, where everything opens up and everything is more soft. Okay. How does he see the Divine Feminine? Cosmic cycles. She creates a sacred space for herself. She creates a sacred space for everyone else. She embraces unlimited possibilities. So for her, there is no limitation on nothing. Not on the earthly plane, not on the universal plane. And she taps into that. You know, the possibilities are unlimited, and she creates those unlimited possibilities. And that's what the Divine Masculine sees, because she is connected with that universe. She gets the downloads. She gets the all the planetary connections. You know, she is connected with it all. So she goes with the cosmic cycles. She's not going with the earthly cycles anymore. With the earthly medicine wheel, yes, but not with the daily things that is going on in our world. She totally disconnected from that. And of course there are things that she needs to do on another level in the 3D, but then when she's done, she moves up right away, because she knows that she can't be trapped in that energy. And they try, you know, they try to trap the Divine Feminine to get in that energy, because everybody knows that the Divine Feminine is the creatress of life. of everything. So they want to stop the women. They want to stop the women to evolve and to be aware and taking care of the masculine. So yeah. So that's how he sees the relationship with the divine feminine, that she is connected to all cosmic circles. Okay. So what will support the divine feminine? It's a beautiful reading, guys. What will support the divine masculine, feminine? What will support the divine feminine? And I meditated on the divine feminine, and the divine feminine goes within, into her heart space, opening up to the universe, you know. And that's exactly what the cards say also. It's so beautiful how it all synchronizes and how it all resonates with each other. Whale teachings. Ah, beautiful. The depth of experience and healing. Divine feminine has a lot of I can't read it, Miranda. The depth of experience and healing. So she's going deep within, in the depth of the experience, and the experience that she had needs healing. You know, the more you repeating your negative experience, then it is time for healing. Because if you repeat that experience and it repeats itself, you know, you're getting it in your timeline. So that's why the healing is needed. When you're moving forward, when you're moving into that space of the deep teachings, of the depth of the waters, diving deep into your own system, there is where healing exists. And the divine feminine is a teacher for the divine masculine, a mentor for the divine feminine, and she shares her wisdom. And not every wisdom is the same. That's why you only attract those people towards you that resonates with you. Otherwise, you know, you're on a different frequency, and when you're on a different frequency, you don't resonate with other people. You know, that's why we have so many readers, so many beautiful women out there that are sending their messages out. And I listen sometimes to other readers because I know that with the readers I am connecting, they resonate with me. Not all of them. It could be that they have one reading that is really resonating, and then I say, okay, wow, that's interesting. I had the same channeling. And after a while, you feel that there is no resonation anymore, so you have to let them go again. And that's with people. That's, you know, we vibrate every day on a different frequency. And sometimes we're high in our energies, and sometimes we're low in our energies because we're more grounded. So yeah, that's why the divine whale is coming in, because he's the teacher of the ocean. He's teaching how to heal. He's teaching how to connect with your emotions. And there's the deep healing coming from. And that will support the divine feminine. Okay, how is the divine feminine seeing the relationship with the divine masculine? think she's not sure yet. Yeah. She sees the relationship with the divine masculine as heaven on earth. She sees that she invites him to the fifth dimensional realm. And not only the divine masculine, but also the divine feminine. They both stepping into this new earth. And they embody spirit into matter. They embody the spirit into their system. There is nothing that can take the spirit out of them. Let's say it like that, because they are working on a new earth. They're working on a new project, and they are on the same level. They understand each other without a doubt on their frequency, and when you're connecting with the divine masculine on the same vibration, you know, the energy starts to flow, and you go higher and higher and higher and higher. You're taking each other up, a level up, and in such a huge, in such a quick time space, you know. It's almost like boom, 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 and starts to flow and flow and flow and flow. And when you're in that flow, you're out of time. There is no time, there is no space. You're in this bubble, and there's just the universe that is moving through both of them. And divine feminine is healing the divine masculine is healing the divine feminine. They're giving each other advice on what is going on in their energetic bodies. You know, sometimes it's when you're healed, you know, and you're deeply healed, your soul, you're getting more at ease. So it's really beautiful, and the divine masculine knows this. The divine feminine says, well, you know, when I'm with my divine masculine, I know it's heaven on earth. You know, this I'm in that space, I stay in that space, you know, we recognize the energies and we stay in there. And I can open up, I can feel myself safe with you. Okay? And that's what's happening in how the divine feminine sees the relationship with the divine masculine. Okay? So let's see, what is the advice of the universe? What is the advice of the universe? What is the advice of the universe for both divine feminine and divine masculine? Soul star activation, fulfilling old contracts, fulfilling soul contracts, and remember who you are. Both of them. Eye of Horus, connecting with the Merkaba of astral traveling, and going through that, seeing through time and space, you know, and they activate each other's soul star. You know, the soul star of the divine masculine, the soul star of the divine feminine, and they probably have the same soul star, because that's the twin flame journey. When you meet your divine masculine, they have the same soul star. You know, it's the triangle up and it's the triangle down, and those two come together, and then you create the astral traveling together. So you're going through time and space, and that's what the universe says. You know, for both of you. I will activate your both of your soul stars. Wow, beautiful. One card for the divine masculine. It's the masculine and the feminine coming together. cards are amazing, and they fly out with such a power. Thank you, thank you. Spirits. Oh, for the violet. Oh, wow. They're almost similar. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's start for the divine masculine. You deserve love, and you are lovable. You deserve this love, and you are lovable. So now, when old stuff is coming up from the mother wound, the father wound, leave it all behind. Heal it, and then go into that love space, because you deserve love, you know, and go for the and know that you are lovable. Whatever other people say, if they say you're a bitch, that's their projection. Okay, you are lovable, and people around you love you. So that's for the divine masculine. You know, no matter what, believe in yourself. Wow, divine feminine, twin flames. Oh, divine masculine, twin flames. Your passion at night. Twin flames. Your passion at night ignites at night. Well, you never know what kind of passion comes in at night, right? You never know. Yeah, beautiful. And then for the divine masculine, I am presence. You get a light body activation, accessing the divine within. Activate your divine essence. Your light body get activated. And access the divine within. So let that warmth, let that light, let that sun and white light of the central sun come into your system. If you need warmth, if you go to source, let the white light of source coming into you. If you're connected with the Acturians, let the blue light of the Acturians come into you. You know, we all can work with the rays, you know, with the 7 rays and more to heal yourself. Okay. For the divine feminine, the temple of truth. Your throat chakra, speak your truth. Your throat chakra is activated. Be in your authenticity. And know how to express yourself. Your self-expression is beyond words. You know, your self-expression is not even the words that you speak, but it's your energy, it's your essence, it's your authenticity. So speak your truth, no matter what, you know, and let it flow, because you're going through portals. You know, and you're letting everything flow. You let the water out. You're going through those portals. So show yourself and go to that space. Open those doors for yourself, because Your truth is a temple. You're speaking from your temple, you're speaking your truth, and you're activating other people. You create codes for them. And it doesn't matter if other people don't understand what you're talking about, or don't understand or don't like what you're doing. You don't need to be liked, you know. That's not where you're here for. You're here to awaken people, to get them to a higher ascension and get the best out of themselves. And that you can only do that with your own self-expression and your own authenticity. So use your throat chakra. It could be that your throat chakra is blocked, or you know, there is mucus in your throat. It all is emotion, so let it all go. Heal that. Heal that. Okay, for the Divine Feminine, it's safe for you to love. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all. So don't be afraid to love. You know, you are safe within yourself, and you are safe in that space to give love, but also to receive it. So when you give your love, you will receive that love. And it doesn't matter who it is and what it is. Your system will guide you exactly, you know, where you are not safe, because then there is something off, then there is something out of alignment. It could be that there are red flags or anything like that, and it's just, you know, then things needs to be healed. That's the only thing. Open your heart and give and receive the highest energy of all, and that's love. Because when you're with the Divine Masculine, you are able to feel safe, because you know that that vibration won't harm you, because it's the same vibration. For the Divine Feminine, balance. Love is not always about accepting just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that supports both challenges. You know, you support each other and you challenge, because the challenge will come up. As soon as love comes in, the challenge will be there, because when there is love and light shining on your wounds, you get triggered, you know, and then that old what needs to be healed is coming up. And you need to find the balance within that, you know, the balance between the masculine and the feminine. And if you're in separation right now, then it's good time to get your balance back, you know, and do some healing for yourself. Well, Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine, this is an amazing reading. And we had a few rough weeks, I think, between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. And I see the cards change again. So it means that the energies are shifting, that it becomes lighter, that it becomes more easy to be in connection with your Divine Feminine and with your Divine Masculine. So Divine Feminine goes within, integrates everything, and Divine Masculine is returning home. So it's almost the same. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you had a good week. You have a good week. All the blessings. And if you want a Divine Masculine reading from me or a Twin Flame reading from me, you know how to reach me on Facebook, on Instagram, under Jackie Platel. And I wish you all the best. Bye bye.